guys, in today's video we are going to see about quality index method, or it is also called as estimate index method, and this is one of the most important question as well. So this quality index method is what means impacts of the under construction, that means whatever the projects are in the process of construction and in the process of operation phases. So they will be identified, okay, by using several methods. So using different methods which are in the phase of construction and the operation, they will calculate the parameters for each parameter. So based on the type of parameter, they will just estimate that this particular or action or activity will cause how much impact on the environment. So to calculate that, we have different kinds of method, and the first one is Delphi method. So Delphi method is actually developed by Olaf Helmer. Okay, Olaf Helmer. This method is developed by Olaf Helmer and also Norman Dahlke and Norman Dahlke. Sorry. So this was developed in 1963. So this is most widely accepted method. Okay, this technique is easy and also it will give us better results. And this technique will involves opinion of the group of experts as well. So since group of experts are dealing with the method, so obviously it will yield good results, right? So that is why it is the most acceptable method. And this group of experts are with a working knowledge of the project, and especially planners like tourism officers, counselors, employees, academics, local residents, traders. So all these experts from the panel, they'll identify the important impacts, that is positive impacts and negative impacts on the environment, and then they will arrive at a group discussion, okay, I mean group decision. So this method involves a series of questionnaires in the sense you'll ask the question and you'll receive the answer. So you will be asking the questions from the experts and to the experts only. Okay, it's like a discussion between the experts. And also, just as I mentioned previously, it will also include different kinds of people like planners, tourism officers, and etc. Right? So this questionnaire process will be an iterative process. That means the questions will be going on until you reach the desired result. Okay, iterative process is a repetitive process. So how long we'll do is up to we achieve a desired goal or target or result. Okay, several reports also indicated that for each project 3 to 4 iterations they'll take to collect the data or information related to the environment. So I have written here a few steps, okay, how this process, or I have mentioned it as a iterative process, right? Iterative process. So in this you have to mention it's a group of experts. So and you have to include the along with this experts you'll have some other officers, right? Officers, academics, traders, etc. And this involves questionnaire process. I haven't written all these points just to make sure that I'll dictate all this. So I have written only the important points here. And the clear first steps are first one is clear description of the project. So you should have a clear description of the project, and then what you have to do, you have to find the impacts of the projects in the different areas. That means in regards of pollution, in regards of land, in regards of water. So you have to find the different impacts. What are the impacts? And then you have to select the panel of members. That means you have to select the experts to make sure that this questionnaire will happen among those experts. Then after that the questionnaire process will start. That means an expert will start with a question and he'll get an answer from all the remaining experts, and similarly the other expert will ask a question, or if they have any question on the any other question, any other expert's idea or like that. So the process will continue up to 3 to 4 iterations. Okay, and then what they'll do is for every iteration they'll evaluate the responses received. That means different expert will give different answers, right? So they'll take all these expert answers and then they'll review all those responses. Once they have reviewed, again then they will go for other iterations. So this process will go on until how much? So until steps are repeated until satisfactory response. So that means until we get a desired response. Okay, and the second method is air pollution or index method. So I have written all these methods in same color. Why? Because these are very important, and these are just a formula methods. Okay, first one is air pollution or index method. So this air pollution or index method, it's an integral part of the environmental quality index. So some of the important methods which are used to calculate the air pollution are Poisson method, ratio method, and then we have single parameter index as well. So for finding the air pollution index, we have different kinds of methods. All these are sub methods of this main method. Okay, first one is Poisson method. So in this Poisson method, what you'll do is a comparison will be drawn between the individual pollutants and with the ambient quality air. That means general quality air standards. So this will be followed by the air pollution index. So here API is nothing but air pollution index. Okay, and using their average value. That means, for example, if we have 3 pollutants in the air, so then we will take a 1 by 3 here. Okay, that means you have to write a formula like 1 by n sigma p equal to 1 to n a p. Okay, so here n is nothing but number of pollutants in the air. Okay, you will take that land's air and then you will compare it with the standard ambient air quality, and then you will find the what are the pollutants are there, and if there are 3 pollutants, you will write 1 by 3 sigma p equal to 1 to 3, and if not, if there are 4, you have to make sure that they'll change, and these are whatever AP means, again it's CP by AP into 100. What is CP? CP means concentration of the pollutant. That means whatever the pollutant is present, that is in how much concentration. Okay, and SP means standard concentration. That means for example, let's say carbon monoxide, CO. Okay, that in the project area land, in that air we have, let's say 10. I'm not sure about the units. Okay, so I'm just explaining with the integer value. So the concentration of the carbon monoxide is 10 in the air, in the project land air, but actually it should be only 2. Okay, so this will be the standard value. Okay, this is what here CP means. CP means how much it is present, standard means how much it should be present in the air. This is one method, and the other method is ratio method. So in this method, the ratio between the air pollutants and the respective air quality standard values will be calculated. Then they will take the sum of all the pollutants and then they will multiply it with the 100. So the same process like this CP by SP only, formula is also same. Here sigma is nothing but again we'll add, right? But here what happens is individually we'll add and then we'll find ratio. But here we will find, we'll multiply each value with 100. So what happens is decimal places will be altered but the values will be almost approximately same. So here also if there are 3 pollutants, it's 1 by 3. If there are 4, it's 1 by 4. So generally you have to take it as 1 by n. Okay, for example I just wrote 1 by 3. And next here also in the formula we have ICO by ISO2 and IPM by ISPM. So individual value and the ambient actual standard value. I for individual value, S for standard value. Okay, then the next one is single parameter index. So in this method, the single most important parameter will be taken into consideration. That means whatever the pollutant that is of more impact creation, so that will be considered, and then they'll calculate the pollution index. And same, this is also formula is API ISO2 by SSO2. For example, in this we have taken for SO2, that is the main concentration, let's say in the air which we have taken. So I by S, so individual measured concentration in that particular land by actual value, and after calculating it they will get the values, right? So all these above mentioned methods, like whatever till now we discussed the 3 methods, right? Ratio method and Poisson method, and now single parameter index. So all this method will get one value, right? So based on the value, this is the parameter table. Okay, if the index range, that means whatever the resulted value is 0 to 25, then it's clean air and it's good for health. If it's 26 to 50, it's mild air pollution and the good health condition will be average. 51 to 75, average air pollution, average. So beyond 76 to 100, it will be again average, only increased air pollution. So greater than 100, it will be unhealthy. So what, up to how much extent they'll consider, so based on the type of land or based on surroundings, up to here or here. If it's unhealthy, then they'll just remove that action or activity from the project. And now the next last method is pollution standard index. This is the third method, I guess. Pollution standard index method. So this is used to assess the same, again, assess the quality of the air of any region on daily basis. Okay, that they will do is for project, this is for daily. Okay, and increase in the values of this pollution standard index. So PSI means pollution standard index. So will be concern for our health and well-being of the people who are living in that region. So this PSI values also will be declared, just as we have discussed in the previous table. Here also we'll have the range. So if it's less than or equal to 50, then it's good for health. 50 to 100 it's average, 100 to 200 is unhealthy. But make sure that PSI values are different and the previously discussed values of air pollution will be different. So there we have, if it is greater than 100, it's unhealthy, right? So here also it's unhealthy, but the calculation will differ a bit. So this is pollution standard index, that is only for air pollution, like previously discussed what are the methods we have. Similarly we have water quality methods as well, and so for every activity we will have different kind of methods, and here we have discussed only for air and Delphi method and pollution standard index. Okay, since these are methods are very important, I have discussed only this. Thank you.